Good morning. Brett and Julie, Walk It Off, Arizona. We're going to take a walk this morning. This will be about a 2-mile hike, and we're at 38th Street, North 38th Street, and Dunlap, the North Phoenix Mountain Preserve. So let's take a walk. Let's go. Thank you. Anyway, you'll find there'll be some comedy along the way. Let me see if my vision looks good here. There goes a bunny. We will see lots of bunnies. Sometimes that doesn't, well, he doesn't show it sometimes. Hey, is that red light flashing on the front? Okay, good. All right, let's do this 2-miler. Uh-oh. Okay, I'll slow down a little bit. So what time was the temperature this morning? 94 right now?
No, it was 97 when I got out of the truck.
Wow. But it is shady.
For now.
For now. So basically we're going to go out around that little mound out there. Well, not the big mountain, but it's a short one. I'm going to go around that and back. You have to be careful this time of day for rattlesnakes. This time of year. We've had how many encounters this year, Julia?
I think it's been 5.
5 rattlesnakes, yeah. I think we had 1 diamondback, and that was out by Pinnacle Peak. And there was 4 speckled rattlesnakes. Look up, there's like 13 species of rattlesnakes in Arizona. Take a look.
Those 4 were in this preserve. So.
Yes, yeah, those 4 speckled ones were here. They're kind of a pinkish hue to them. Not like your typical diamondbacks that have the distinct black and white kind of look to them.
You know they're there.
Yeah, they do. So headphones can be kind of a hindrance to your safety. Let's take a look at that sunrise. Oh, that's a pretty one. Another beautiful sunrise. Oh.
The drummer guy will be out here.
Oh, the drummer, yes. There is a guy. His name is Ken. I'll have to find out his last name. On the next hike we'll do that. But he goes up in the morning, hikes all the way to the top of to Piestewa Peak, and he does a morning, it's a taiko drums. Does a morning drum as the sun rises. He was he first did it when they changed the name of Piestewa Peak. It used to be called Squaw Peak. So they renamed the peak Piestewa Peak after Lori Piestewa, who was a first Native American woman killed in the line of duty in combat in the Iraq War, I believe it was. Maybe Afghanistan, I'll double check that. But so he did it that day, and now he does it pretty much every morning, and sometimes he does it on Camelback Mountain. For the longest time we would hike and we would hear him, but we could try to figure out where he was. We would get out earlier and earlier. Couldn't find him, so I Googled him one day, and I just Googled drummer on the mountain and got my answers. So he's quite talented. So yeah, nice clouds out there. So yes, I would definitely recommend Lots of water while you're hiking, for sure. We've got these backpacks with the water system, the bladders in them, and you can never not have enough of it. So we've noticed this morning on our hike that we have a kind of a little bit darker now in the morning as we kind of transition through the summer. So then we'll start doing some of those evening hikes, but it's a really hot day today. Typically it's like 78, 75 in the morning here, but like Julia said, 97 this morning. But you gotta be dedicated, right? Just do it every day. That's what we've been doing. Here's some horse tracks. Really cool to see the horses out here. I think the beauty of this park is when you come out here, you can actually escape the city in the city. Other than the occasional jet landing at Sky Harbor Airport, you can't even see houses out here. It's really beautiful. Well, now you can see Piestewa Peak in the distance, and right up around there, and that's where the drummer is. We might get fortunate and hear him this morning, but that would be the north face of Piestewa Peak to give you bearings to where you're at. Other great hikes over this direction is Quartz Ridge. We start over there at 32nd Street in Lincoln. That's a great hike. It can be done several ways. I think it's about a mile and a half up and a mile and a half down. If you go to the 700 foot, you go to 900 feet. It gets about 2 miles round trip. Now, we have created a trip. Julia created a really nice one, and we kind of call it the Quartz Ridge Double 9, because when you get done, you'll look at your app and you'll see that you went to 937 feet, and then go all the way back down about 200 feet, then back up to 900 feet. That's about a 5-mile hike. It's very strenuous for sure. Great to do when it's really cool out, you know, early in the morning.
Actually, I like it at night.
Oh, it's beautiful at night, isn't it? Boy, I can't wait to share the night hikes. We have done so many night hikes, but we haven't recorded so many night hikes because we're trying to figure out how to do it. But we typically through the winter would walk you know, 3.5 to 4 or 5 miles a night, all around the mountains out here with headlamps on. And then the full moon hikes. Those are a blast. You come out here during a full moon and watch moonrise. Beautiful. And then as it gets up later in the sky, you know, probably 9 o'clock, especially in the winter, this is the best to do this. And you can actually walk through the desert with no lights on in the middle of the city. It's quite nice. Very fun to do. Mountain bikes are out here using it. It's beautiful. They're like a chain of, like a slinky going across the hillside with all their headlamps on at night. It's especially for people who work all day and they don't have the time during the day. In the morning, night hiking's great. You know, I guess if you sit at home and lie on the couch, you'll become the couch. I was notorious for that. Nice little wash here. This is the Tatum Wash. You can see it floods rarely. All right.
Might be too hot for him to be up there today.
Yeah, it could be. It's amazing about the drummer is he carries it with no backpack. He basically, if you took your hands and put them up on each side of your shoulders, he just takes the ropes on the side of the drum and holds it like that and walks up the mountain. Pretty amazing, really. You still blinking?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. All right. I'm surprised I haven't seen any jackrabbits yet.
I haven't seen anybody else either.
Probably too hot. Could you hold this for a second, please?
Well, come toward me.
Thank you. Sorry. I didn't realize this was undone. Thank you.
Can you come, can you hold them for me?
Funny. So yes, you can feel a little bit of humidity today. I think we've kind of officially gotten a monsoon. We haven't any big thunderstorms yet. And we were up north yesterday, and it was quite a few thunderheads up there around Sedona and Cottonwood Mingus Mountain. We got a little bit of sprinkles. It was nice. We want rain, but no lightning.
Well, the sun's rising, the wind's blowing, so might
Yep.
have some feedback on the
Oh yeah, I was just noticing the
video.
wind noise. Yes, probably need to get a buffer, one of those little things. Yes, you'll find in Arizona, it's like as the sun comes up, it starts to correct the horizon, you almost get like a breeze for about 15-20 minutes or so.
There's that. You're lucky to get it that long.
Yeah, it's true.
So which ones are doing?
I think we'll go this way and around the mine back. It'll be a nice view. It's about the same distance. Oh, look at that. Sometimes I forget to stop and look. If you look over here, everybody, this is, those out there, that is 4 peaks. If you go over to between peak number 3 and 4, there's an amethyst mine that's about 100 years old. Everybody, good morning, Ken. Yeah, well, the wind's blowing our way, so it's favorable to hear him. So we'll keep walking his direction and listen. Boy, I heard that really good. I might try getting a chest mount and see how that works too, you know. All right, here goes the hill climb. So as you can see, this is pretty smoothed out. Mountain bikers love it. We usually average around somewhere between 3 and 3.5 was our fastest, but we pretty much run around 3 miles an hour for sure on an average. For joggers, this would be great, but I can't jog. Hey, look at their cactus wren up on top of that cactus. See him?
Yep.
Another beautiful. Oh, there's some mountain bikers going. Yep. Desert starts to wake up, huh?
Yeah.
I thought I heard somebody. You know what? I might have to. I didn't bring my extra battery. Might not make it the whole way. I was trying to keep the load light. Here, stop for a second. Hold that just for a second. I'm gonna look at something. Oh, we're good. You can really hear the.
First right. I'm done.
Huh?
Find the one right.
Okay, I think it's back there actually.
Up here, there's another one.
Okay. All right. You can hear that drummer pretty good, huh?
I
It wasn't.
think they can hear it,
Well, it wasn't windy, at least at that point. Those jumping choyas over there on that hillside. See, to make it difficult, it's going I definitely feel that little tumble I had yesterday. Julie and I were out here one time last fall. Oh, excuse me. Morning. Okay, so Julia and I were out here, I think it was in the fall of last year, still monsoon, and we were walking this way, almost this direction. It didn't look like any weather at all. Turned around that way, and from that mountain came a thunder cell. So we started heading back toward the car. I couldn't move as fast as Julia, so Julia was running. I was trying to keep up. She stopped to look for me. I had my head down, and I tripped over a rock and landed on my chest and bruised a few ribs. Yeah, but the thing was, we got back up, and now the rain's coming down hard. straight down, hitting the ground and pinning all the bushes down. And here comes the hail. We were still a good, third to a half a mile from the vehicle, trying to get there. After about 20 seconds it stopped, which was great, you know. Yeah, there's always adventures, right? Whether it be a snake, or we see some cool scorpions, or the beautiful desert flowers in the spring. Here, is this a shortcut here? No. No, we're almost there. Pretty with the sun on the mountain. So as you can see, no houses. It's just beautiful. Lots of hiking trails. So if you live by here, you can come hike out here. You can create many of your own trails. So a lot of these aren't even listed because they've been out here forever. This whole area used to be like a mining area. You'll see some old filled in mine shafts, and on the up ahead about a mile from here was they called it the Mercury Mine. Mercury Mine, well, that's what it is, got mercury. I think they extracted about 70 kegs, they call them. I don't know, it's 200 pounds. I'll find out the information. We'll do a little story on that. But yeah, that's where they got some mercury for the war effort in World War II. So yes, a lot of geology, gold, silver. Arizona's full of it. Good time for a drink. I see our turn. Yeah, we'll make it. So these little morning, afternoon adventures turned into some really nice hikes around the state. You know what I find nice about this? It doesn't cost any money other than getting there. All right.
Some beginning cost.
Yeah.
The shoes.
Yeah, you gotta get some good shoes. Now, socks.
Backpack, making sure you have a water supply.
Right.
And some people like walking sticks.
Oh yeah, to me these have been a lifesaver with my bad knee, so it helps a lot. It takes a lot of pressure off. And you know, people with hip problems have found a lot of relief with them too. A lot of jumping way up here. They don't really jump, but if you barely touch them, they'll hang on.
You would know.
Yes, we have a funny little clip somewhere of me. Let's just say one jumped on my backpack and then jumped on me. Yep. Very interesting. All right. Yeah, here's your stairs. We have plenty of stairs to climb out here. That hill over there, that one's about 330, 340, I think. You do that trail. Of course, Piestewa is a 1,200 foot ascent. Morning. Well, it looks like I gotta tie a shoe up here. Those rocks will be perfect. All right, here we go. Oh, just a second. I tied it. I had to stop. It came apart too hard. So, let's take a drink. Beautiful, isn't it? So we came from around that corner down there. Kind of parked as the crow flies. Out the flats. Quartz Ridge ends up somewhere over in there.
We can see where we came from. Where
yeah, that's where we just came from right there. Yeah, you can cover some ground, that's for sure. It's great. All right, ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You know, I started talking about shoes there. I just tied my shoes. If you could see them in the video, those are Merrell Moabs. I've been through 4 pairs of boots so far in a year and a half. Ground's pretty tough on them out here, as you can see, but I love them.
They don't wear out that quickly. It's how much you hike.
Yes, exactly. It is true.
Miles you put on them.
Yeah, like my first set lasted a really long time. But Julia has a nice set of Merrells. She likes those. I'm going to try to find these in a narrow. These are regular. As I've lost the weight, my shoes have become, or my feet have become smaller, so everything's smaller and skinnier. So, all right. Now here's another way. Like if we chose this morning, we can make it hard and go up there, and then you can follow that ridge all the way along, and then in that saddle go back down. Or you can go this way down and around the mountain. That makes it about 3.5 miles, but this is about 2.5 what we're doing, going this way. All right, and if you look off in the distance, you can see one of those little empty mine shafts, but they fill them in. You find some minerals like green stones, little copper minerals and things like that. For you mountain bikers, yes, this would be a nice little down run here, for sure. You have to earn the hills though. You want to go down, you got to go up them.
They like the mountain bike.
Yeah. Yep. What's really neat out here at nighttime, we run across these little owls that like to sit in the path as you're walking, and sometimes you get really close to them. But yeah, nighttime, the owls, there's lots of big owls out here at nighttime. Coyotes for sure. We have seen a bobcat. Huh?
Coyotes.
Oh yeah, we've seen coyotes for sure. Lots of, and it's something to hear them howl. Boy, you'll get a bunch of them going out here sometimes. That peak out there is Dixie Peak. It's a very hard climb from this side. Very rocky, bouldery, slippery. We tried it from the other side. There's not an actual parking. We had to park in the neighborhood, but you can access the trail on the other side. What's that? Oh yes, it's definitely not as difficult. It's actually quite pretty. Love the silhouette of the saguaros along the ridge. one of our trails we come down is right up through there. That's a toughie. Both sides of that saddle's pretty tough. That's like I don't know what. If you were to count that in stairs, it's probably a couple thousand steps up.
I'd rate this as a easy to moderate
Okay,
for someone that's beginning.
that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I'd say that. I would agree
A
with.
little bit of a climb.
Yeah, a little bit up and down.
And if you felt buster when you tried to do that the first time and how hard it was.
Oh man, that's
But now it's really easy.
okay. She talks about butt buster. When I get up here, I'll show you what butt buster is. Because
It's
when you
higher than what we just climbed.
no, yeah, exactly. But I
So
think,
it's probably shorter of a climb than that.
but what we learned in the beginning as we started doing hills, it was like, ooh, feel the burn. So, as you look across the way, right around there, you see kind of a reddish. That climb starts behind that hill, goes up, and it makes your buns burn. So, anyway, you can see here's the other trail. You went to the left. Go up
I
the.
don't know, we missed this one to the right.
It was really early. Okay. So this is one of my early hikes for distance to see how far I could go in the morning. That story of the 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back. So I could do this. I'll show you when I get to the spot. Up here by the mine. All right. There you go. You can see an old mine entrance. They call them adits, portals. I mean, and it's filled in. But you look around, you'll find a lot of really cool stones with green in them and copper minerals. You know, feel like right here, you can see it. I don't know if you can see the green in it, but you know, they're everywhere. So yes, this was 20 minutes for me, and I would get a little farther, and so this was a morning hike. I think we're about 0.8 of a mile back to the vehicle from here. So I like this view up here though, don't you, Julia?
Yeah.
With all the flats, and you can see the people. So how was the bulletproof coffee this morning?
A little strong.
A little strong? I think
We left something out.
I think I might have let it sit too long before I pressed it. That could probably be what it was.
Pretty bitter.
Ooh.
But once it cools off, it might taste better.
Yeah, I drank most of mine on the way here. So anyway, what we do, Julia drives across town to where we hike, where I hike, and she drives back home, takes a shower, and goes to work on the other side of town. So a lot of dedication to do that every day, because we leave the house around 4:30 a.m. and it takes about 20 minutes to get here. We will do hikes in different parts of the valley, like these. But we're gonna do a bunch of them out here because this is pretty center of the city. You can live in Tempe.
Trails out here that you could probably not take the same one
Oh yeah,
twice.
yeah. That's what's nice about it. We just kept making more. We used to like come out here at night with the lights on and just adventure hike and just keep going. So it was fun. Good morning. Now you can see Four Peaks up there ahead again.
Well, night hiking is my favorite hiking.
Oh, isn't it though?
There's no timeline. You can just walk as long as you want.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do our most mileage.
Yeah, we started out with,
Weekends and nights.
oh yeah, weekends and nights. We had 1 month, we challenged ourselves to 100 miles. I think we do that pretty easy now, but I remember that month. It was in the winter time and it was cold. And we sometimes came out and said, oh man, it's cold. But we did it. We did the 100 miles, but the night hiking is my favorite too. Because it's like you have everything to yourself practically. It's kind of nice. And yeah, right, those adventures, and in the winter when it's cold and you're wandering around the mountains for hours, there's really no threat of the rattlesnakes, you know? So.
I just have to say we do most of our night hikes during the day, usually before we do the night hike, so we know.
Right. So we kind of know. A funny story in the beginning. So we come out and we decided, okay, let's get some headlamps. So we got some headlamps. They were 150 lumen. Okay, and it was going. We were going through batteries so fast, and they weren't really super bright, but we thought they were bright. So in looking into a better rechargeable version, we got the Phoenix. I think it's pronounced Phoenix, but it's spelled F-I-N-E-X. It goes from as little as 50 lumen to as much as 1400 lumen. Kind of like a high beam on a car, I would compare it to. Pretty bright. So we got those, and we don't hike with them on super power. When you need it, when you really got out, you're going up a canyon and you really want to see, you can make it like daytime. Especially when we both have them. It's pretty impressive. It provides a definite safety margin for you, especially when you're looking over cliffs and stuff. But like even this at nighttime, this particular trail, we would walk things like this, and at first, and you know, we never scouted it, and it was like, oh, this is so scary. Because it does at nighttime. It magnifies the heights and stuff. But anyway.
They're great for camping too.
Oh yeah, for camping. Oh, they're a blast. And they last, I think, let me see. Hold on. Good morning. So yeah, so we use them for camping. They're great. And I would say I ran one night on full high beam to see how long it would last charge. 2 hours. Incredible. But what they have a system in them where, say, as the battery runs out, it'll start automatically stepping down. It'll go 19 hours completely on the lowest setting. So it's a good survival light too. So we keep ours in our backpacks, even though there's daytime. It's kind of like having band-aids and things. You got to have your light, because you do not want to be out in the boonies with no light. So anyway, love those lights. What other things do you like that we've gotten so far that's been helpful?
I like my sunglasses that are usually clear.
Oh yeah.
I like to keep the dust out of my eyes because I wear contacts. So normally I have my clear safety bicycle glasses on. It helps keep my eyes dry and from being dried out. I got sunglasses in them right now.
Yeah, she wears the clear at nighttime.
Well, yeah, I would have.
The clear lens at nighttime, I guess, because the wind.
And I would have today, not thinking that it was not going to be sunny out.
I know. We got out here. We've noticed now that the sun is already changing. Yeah, we've passed solstice.
Usually I have 2 pairs of glasses. One sunglasses, one with
Yep.
my clear lens.
So what'll happen? This is where we're not quite by the area where I fell down, but I like that little canyon over there is really pretty. This the rock formations out here, just amazing.
I have to say the socks we wear.
Oh, the socks.
The darn tough socks.
Darn tough socks. She's got a pair on, I got a pair on, and got a pair for Father's Day, and I cannot believe how much I love them. They're It's almost like someone's caressing your feet while you're walking. Best description. I love these poles. This has helped me a lot. It was in the beginning, if I tear my first video, at 383 pounds, and I was using one pole to walk, which was great. It helped a lot. But gosh, I would say about 6 months ago, I got these, and these have made a world of difference. They're great. Julie has a set too, and we go hiking like in the big climbs with a lot of rocks. Great stability when you're crossing streams. Oh man, keep your feet dry. A lot of the like West Fork Trail, there's like six crossings on that one. Parsons Springs, that's about 5 or 6 crossings.
I think even for people our age with
Yep.
their hips or knee problems,
Yep.
it helps keep from pressure being put directly on that joint. So you can do more climbing and things. Because I know you wouldn't be climbing without those.
Yep.
So.
No, I couldn't do any of the climbing. In fact, it's amazing the difference it makes. Because when you're going downhill, I kind of put my palms in them like that, and it's like a brake. They're great. You're going uphill, you got the quick locks, you can shorten them, make them a little shorter so when you're going up the hill. And I like these too, they have that extra down here so you can do a quick slide down if you're got a steep section. It's great. Oh, we're almost back. We're getting there.
What amateurs we are. You know, it'd be nice to hear comments while we're doing this once in a while. You know, like go live.
Oh yeah. Oh, what you guys could do.
Be answering.
Right, but actually in the comment sections, leave comments and suggestions on the bottom, and we're just kind of telling you stuff about us, but leave things in the comment section and we'll look at them, like questions or things like that, and we'll answer them. And maybe someday we'll do a live hike, and maybe invite people out, and we can do a hike in the desert together, maybe a full moon hike. So
I think our goal is to help people our age or even younger that have gotten their weight out of control, and showing that there's an easy way to start moving towards being healthy again.
Yep.
And you know, there's a lot of people out there that are already active and in good shape, and they want a new activity.
Yeah, new activity or
They
a
don't
different
know,
hike.
You know, they have questions about it, but we're not an expert at any.
No, we're not. But in technology, we'll probably be kind of rough around the edges. Got a lot of help from our son in the beginning here, learning how to edit stuff, and he's created our intro and exit for our videos, which is, he's just incredibly talented. So we thank him for that. That's Tyler. And then we have another son named Ryan, and he's in the IT world, and they're both very successful, and proud of both of them. So I call this the home stretch. We got the flats, and you can kind of reach out.
Well, it's the same trail we went out on.
Yeah, it's the same way we went out. We kind of did loops. We're kind of like we kind of like doing loop trails. Of course, when you do it in and out, the first time it's kind of like a loop. A lot of the
Well, you still see different things going in different directions, so it doesn't always look the same going.
Yep.
as they're coming.
Oh, we got some quail. There we go, little baby quail. There's some quail over here too. Saw some on the left. Yep. There you go. Some more quail running around. Yep. Good morning. Howdy. I love the quail with the little feathers. Oh, here they come. Let's see, they might cross in front of us here. Oh, there they go. You see them? Look at them all. There's quail everywhere. Beautiful. and we have seen hardly a rabbit this morning. That's really strange.
Well, you did see a rabbit.
Oh yeah, I almost ran him over. You gotta watch out for them because in the neighborhoods they're everywhere. Probably get some free goodies over there, and I think they can hide from the owls and the hawks and all those things.
Smells like a desert though today.
Yes, it does. It looks so dry right now. Boy, you should see the springtime. All these bushes have yellow. There's grass growing. I have to say this is the hottest morning hike we've done.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 11 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to wait for it to cool down.
I have to get out here earlier.
Much, so.
I know, we just can't not do it. So as far as the park rules go, this is a good one for you guys to know. The parks are open at 5 a.m. and they close at 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. So here's how it works. When you get it, I know the gate. On the gates, they close at 7. So if you can get in to a parking lot with the gate, with the automatic, you know, the little don't back up, you puncture your tire thing. If you can get in before 7, you can stay out here and hike till 11 o'clock at night. A lot of people don't know that. Pretty neat to do that, I'll tell you. Talk about having the whole place to yourself. We've been out here as late as, gosh, I don't know, we were on Piestewa Peak. It was a goal of mine to climb it after all the weight loss, and it took us about 4 hours the first time. It was really hard, and it's a beautiful view, obviously.
Mine were amateurs here. Most people can hike that really fast.
Yeah, there's people, you know, the young folk, they'll run up and down in 45 minutes, but you know, that's okay. This is, like I said, this is to help people who've things got away from them, and it's good for you, that's for sure.
Well, we got a time to beat now.
Oh.
Piestewa Peak.
Oh, I know, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna be in the fall before I do that. I don't think it's gonna be cool enough for me because that's very strenuous. It's pretty much like going upstairs, most of it, you know. Constantly. Yep. So
I don't know, Jessie did the stratosphere. She probably could do Piestewa Peak and no
yeah,
at all.
probably so. Okay, so let's stop right here, and then we'll just we'll wrap this up. Here, come this way. Anyway, so thanks for joining us. It's about a 2.5 miler. We'll make sure it posted that way, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2.5. And took us looks like 49 minutes we were recording. That's a pretty good run.
That's good.
All right, so we'll see you next time on our next Walk It Off Arizona hike. All right, have a great day. See ya, and let's walk it off Arizona.